This is a tradition that goes back to biblical times because we have this idea that a person's word is supposed to mean something, that when we make a promise or vow, we're supposed to fulfill it. But sometimes we get in a situation where fulfilling a vow or a promise would be extremely harmful or impossible. And so we need a way to prevent those harms and a way to let people get out of it in the most graceful way possible. So an illustration for an individual might be, I finally promised to run 5 miles a day, 4 times a week, get off my tuchas. I finally make a vow, I promise to God I'm going to do it, a very serious thing. And then the next day my doctor says, well, you have a heart condition. Maybe that would be a good thing to do, to run off in other circumstances. But for you right now, it could be deadly for you to do that. You have to do something else. Maybe in the future you can do that. Okay? Sometimes we make vows or promises with every intention, with every bit of honor, but it becomes dangerous to fulfill those vows. So we have a mechanism to get out of it. If people filled that promise, it could have terrible consequences for this country.
Such as?
Most economists and business people and many public officials, bankers, recognize that government spending, that deficit spending, that national debt at a certain level becomes very dangerous for the economy. It creates instability, well, it could lead us, we could end up like Greece. Mm-hmm. That's one of the dangers. And one of the several tools that government needs to prevent that is changing tax levels. Sometimes new taxes, sometimes lowering some and raising others. They need the freedom and ability to do that.
Some of the conservative Republicans I spoke to said they don't want to let go of the pledge, said they'll just cut spending.
If you cut all the spending in this country, it's still not enough. Mm. You'd have to cut, I mean, if you look at the numbers of national debt, look at the numbers of the deficit, even with all those proposals for cutting to the bone programs, everything except for the police and fire department, basically, you cut all of that, and it's still not enough. So it doesn't work. The numbers don't add up. You have to do the math. There's no other way.